In reality, all you do is pushing the same buttons you always press. Nothing has changed.
Hello everyone, my name is MCD, and welcome to a KTANE module tutorial for password generator. Now, how do we solve this module? So, in order to solve password generator, we need to find a 6 to 7 digit password that contains a letter, number, and symbol. We have 6 letters, 6 symbols, an entire number pad, a clear button, and a submit button. So, first thing we gotta do is we gotta take down the number of each type of edgework that we have, plus the serial number. So, in this case, we have 4 in 3, we have 2 lit, we have 2 unlit, and 1 lit. And finally, we have 2 ports on 1 plate. Then we need our serial number. So, our serial number is Charlie Echo 9, Charlie Papa 4. So, cool. That's all we need to solve this module. Now, we get to go and actually make a password. Yay! So, in order to make a password, we have to follow a 4-step process that is the standard of all bomb passwords. So, first we're going to take the first letter in the bomb serial. This, in this case, is a Charlie, which is a 3 in its alphanumeric position. So, modulo 6, that number is still 3. We're going to add 1, it becomes a delta. So that, right there, is our first password. Second, we're going to take the number of indicators. As we wrote down, we have a total of 3 indicators. Modulo 6, that's still 3. So plus 1, we have another delta. Take the number of batteries. In this case, this is 4. Plus 1 becomes an echo. Finally, we take the number of ports, which is 2. Add 1, it becomes a Charlie. Now, say, for example, you had 8 batteries. That would become a 2, since you have to take the number of batteries, modulo 6, and then you add 1. So it would become, in the end, a Charlie. So, now, there is a certain order we have to take these 3 digits in order to concatenate them at the end. So, first what we have to do is we have to look to see if any of the original numbers are the same. No, so we don't have to follow this rule to reverse the sequence at the end. So in that case, we have to go with the number of batteries, which is 4, so that's the echo, followed by the number of indicators, which is 3, so that is our delta, and of course, ports is Charlie. So far our password is delta echo delta Charlie. Next, part 3. This one is going to have you look at a whole bunch of other modules on this bomb. So, some of them are very straightforward. For example, if there's a question mark, the symbol is question mark. Other ones like this, you're going to have to look for modules that contain logic or boolean or code or alphabet in its name. For example, this statement could apply to boolean Venn diagram, boolean wires, etc. Logic buttons, etc. It's the same thing all the way down, but since we only have password generator here on this bomb, our symbol's just going to be a hyphen. Finally, part 4. Now, if you are going to solve this module first, you really don't have to worry about anything. And in that case, we're lucky since this is the only module on the bomb. So then we have 0 solve module. So in that case, we don't even have to worry about anything else. We can just add the last digit of the serial number, which in this case is a 4. However, if this was not the only module on the bomb, and you would solve something else before it, you need to make sure you're paying attention to the number of minutes remaining on the bomb, because that is going to be multiplied to your final result. So for example, let's say I had 1 solved and I had 20 unsolved. So I need to look at my timer and I'd ask my diffuser, hey diffuser, what time is it? And he would say, oh, we got 55 minutes. So I'm going to calculate this for 54. So we're going to do some quick math here. 20 times 54. That is 1080. We're going to add the last digit of the serial number, which is a 4, and that's going to become 1084. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to modulo that by 100. And, of course, we're going to be rounding. So, modulo 100, 10.84. So, what we're going to end up doing here is we are going to be submitting 7 if we had 20 modules. If we did, but we don't, so it doesn't matter. We're only submitting. So, in the end, our password is Delta from part 1, Echo Delta Charlie from part 2, -4.
This was exactly.
And then you get a little Windows 98 sound effect. Yay!
Things were meant
Alright,
to
let's take a look at another one. Go back up to part 1, and check this out. Okay, so we have 5 batteries. Or, I'm sorry. I can't count. 4 batteries. We have 1 indicator. And we have 2, 3, 4, 4. There's our serial number. Victor Hotel 6. Lima India 1. Hey, cool. So now, let's do this. So first letter in the bomb serial number. That is a Victor. So Victor equates to 22 in our alphabet. So we're going to take 22, modulate that by 6, comes out to be 4. Now we're going to add 1, and that's going to end up being an echo. So that is part 1 done. So now we have the number of indicators, which is 1. Add 1, that's a Bravo. Number of batteries, that is 4. Add 1, that's an echo. Number of ports, also 4. So we're going to add 1, and that is another echo. However, we have 2 numbers that are the same in our original calculation before modification. So we have to reverse the final sequence we get in this stage. So, batteries, indicators, and ports in that order, we have Echo, Bravo, Echo. So, in that case, we have to reverse that, which, luckily, is still Echo, Bravo, Echo. So that is our stage 2 done. Part 3. Again, this is the only module on the bomb, so it's just going to be a hyphen. And finally, part 4, we have 0 solved modules, so we can skip that step and just submit a 1. So our final password is going to be Echo, Bravo, Echo, Echo. Or I'm sorry, I almost caught my own mistake. Echo, Echo, Bravo, Echo, -1.
This was exactly the way.
And we have another solved module.
But things were meant to happen.
So I'm just going to show you a couple quirky things about this module. They're not really quirky, you can probably expect, but these are kind of ways that you can strike. So for example, let's say you are inputting your password and you mistyped a number. Well, you can just hit that clear button. Also, make sure you don't hit submit before you have the correct number of solves, because it doesn't calculate it before you hit submit. It calculates when you hit submit. So, for example, let's say I had 20 solved modules. If I solve another module, and let's say this solution would have been correct for 20 modules, if I solve another module, that hitting that submit button is going to give me a strike, because, as you all know, I would have 21 solved. So this is another way you can set things up, because it doesn't calculate the correct answer until you submit. So you could say, do password generator for 6, like a laundry module. And then you would be able to set that up before hitting your... And just a final quirky thing about this module. If you're ever curious what time it is, just take a peek. As always, my name's MCD. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye!